Ooh, it's starting. What up, YouTube? As you can see, I am fucking Casper the Friendly Ghost out this bitch. But I guess that's what winter and spring will do to you when you don't go outside that often and you're the hermit in somebody's basement. I've been staying at my sister's house for the last couple weeks or several weeks, maybe going on a month now, to help babysit for her while her and her husband work. They had to fire some of their employees, so they've been short-handed. And at the time, it was only supposed to have been a 2 week thing, Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday. But as originally it was because the girl couldn't, uh, he has a cleaning company and another company. So when the girl that he had working for him that cleaned buildings, she went to Miami or some shit. So, it left him shorthanded, and the buildings had to be done or he'd lose the contracts. So they had to do the buildings, and it was something like 9 or 10 buildings that they had to do. So, they didn't have anybody to watch, and he couldn't have done it by himself. So my sister had to go help him with that. And then his other business, he had to fire a couple of his employees, and so that on top of everything, it just felt that it required me staying around a little bit longer to help out. Right now, I fear maybe venturing on becoming a permanent thing. I necessarily don't want that to happen. Um, I like my independence just like anybody else, and I don't want to let my sister down or put any extra strain on her and her family. But I can't, I want to be that uncle that's fucking just always around, ain't doing shit. Yeah. This is supposed to be mainly a video about not letting yourself go to shit like I did. Since I came here, I'm not it's not as convenient of a drive for me to the gym, and I generally go to the gym 5 days out of the week, if not more. And that was from my father's house. My father, is pretty much a straight shot to the gym. For my sister's house, it is clear cut across town, and also at the time, I didn't have a vehicle that I could use, or I did, but initially I did, but after a couple weeks, the other car was no longer at my disposal, and within those first 2 weeks, I was just drained. Taking care of 3 children for them while they were gone. It's draining. You get up early, you take care of the youngest one who's just running crazy, acting crazy, and then else you gotta get them from school, and then it's the three of them. And you gotta give, children need attention, so you have to give them that attention, and that's just mentally and even physically, when we're playing around and stuff, it's taxing. So by the time they get back, and because they were working, his running his one business, and then had to do the cleaning, it was just all day. They weren't getting home till 5 a.m. So it left me no time to go to the gym unless I wanted to get up early, go to the gym, stay up throughout the course of the day, and have a couple hours of sleep until it all repeated itself. It's gotten better now because I have another car at my disposal, so I'm able to go to the gym. So I'm trying to get back on top of it. But within that month, y'all, you'd be surprised. It takes twice as long to build muscle as it does for that shit to just melt away. Your muscles will atrophy if you're not using them, you're not exercising, you're not doing something that's physically demanding. Um, that shit will melt the fuck off, and that's what happened to me. I was benching, on my own because I'm by myself. I was benching, 130, 135, 140. Just benching it, with no spot or anything. That's the reason I didn't go any higher. But and my regular on the flies were, like 160. But I've noticed that everything since I had stopped working out in that month or so, I've worked out 2 times. Besides this week, I've been 3 times. But within that month, I went 2 times, and after the 2 weeks, I felt myself getting weaker. And so the next 2 weeks was just compelling myself to get back in the gym. And but I noticed that pretty much all of my maxes dropped by probably about 50%. So I was pretty much initially where I started off when I first started getting in the gym, you know, 8 or 9 months ago. I mean, I've always been pretty much fit, but I'm just not as muscle bound anymore. You know, I lost all my gains pretty much, and it's a demoralizing fucking thought. So if you're starting a new workout regimen or you're in one, don't fucking stop for shit. I mean, if you got illness or something like that, that is gonna preclude you from exercising and working out, you know, so be it. You know, you can't help what life throws you, but don't just start to slack off. You know, because that shit will bite you in the ass and in a quick and hurry, fast way. Especially if your diet changes dramatically too. Because I was supplementing a lot of protein with protein shakes, and been at my sister's house and not going to the gym. Found out myself snacking and eating like a lot of carbs and vegetables. You know, and vegetables not bad for you, but it's a lot of water. So you add water weight at the same time. You're not having the protein to maintain your muscle, um, and so your muscle falls the fuck off, and you gain fat and you gain water weight. I didn't gain much, but it's nowhere near the same where I was, and it's just fucking, it's a terrible thought because you work hard. You know, it's not easy getting in shape and staying in shape. You know, it's a full time requirement, not full time, but you have to consistently be mindful of your diet, your exercise, your sleeping habits, and that shit can go real fast, and it did for me. Um, I mean, if you look at my shitless, commentary, whatever. I'm not sure when that was done. I think I did that like in it was summer last year. But you notice how wide I am, and that was muscle. And right now, I got a jersey on, so you can't really tell. But it's not like that. I lost everything in my shoulders and my traps. I mean, it's just it all went to shit. So I'm working on getting that back up right now, and I'm gonna be in the gym every fucking day until it happens. I just have to make sure I don't exert myself too hard and hurt something and then delay the fucking progress even more. And I had a six pack. That shit is gone. You know, I got little rolls on my back. That's what really fucking did it for me, y'all. I noticed I was getting some little rolls on my back. Like love handles, and that shit is not cool. That shit just fucking ain't cool. So that shit had to go, and that's what really, it was probably 10:30, 11 o'clock. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to the gym, and so I'm gonna stay on that schedule. The car I'm using fucking burns gas like a sieve. It just burns. I mean, you can smell the exhaust. It smells like gas. I'm not sure if it's like an oxygen sensor. Well, if it's an oxygen sensor, it would throw everything off. But maybe PCV valve or something. I don't know what it is. Maybe even a fuel filter. Who knows what it is? It's not my car, so I'm not gonna do any operations on it. But gas is a motherfucker though, and having to keep putting gas in it, that shit, it sucks donkey ass. But yeah, do not delay your fucking gains for shit. Um, and that's pretty much what it boils down to. It was a long ass fucking commentary about not falling off and keep your ass in the gym, but I didn't have anything else to really say. I guess I'm gonna start this little blog thing up and make a daily account of what's going on, but there ain't really much going on. Yeah, so like the video, subscribe, comment, rate it. You know what to do. Little button, press it. Love you always. But yeah, love, peace, and work the fuck out.